Here's a question I get asked all the time. Why do I get bloated, either in the middle of the afternoon or after certain meals? Well, let's start off by telling you what bloating actually is. So bloating is caused by excess gases being released in the gut, either after eating problematic foods or by a poorly functioning digestive system. So let's start off with the problematic foods. Two of the biggest culprits for causing gases to be produced in the digestive system are gluten-containing foods and lactose-containing foods. So gluten-containing foods include bread, pasta, cereals, things like biscuits and cakes, lactose-containing foods are contained in dairy. Already gave you the answer there. So things like milk, cheeses, yogurts, they all contain lactose. Now, in modern society, most people can't digest lactose and gluten very well. So what happens is it goes into the stomach acid breaks it down to a certain extent, but it can't break down the gluten and the lactose. So then it goes into the small intestine. All the enzymes have a go at them again, but they can't break them down. So then they go down into the large intestine, and this is where bacteria works on them to try and help break them down, to absorb them or to get rid of them. And it's this bacterial breakdown that causes gases to be produced. So if you're consuming things like pasta or having a sandwich for lunch or following your lunch with a yogurt or having a glass of milk or some cheese, then that's where you can start off with taking them foods out of the meal and see what happens, see if the bloating still occurs. Now the second reason why you might be getting bloated is because your digestive system isn't functioning as optimally as it should. So that might be caused by a lack of stomach acid or a lack of digestive enzymes. So you might have a lack of stomach acid, which is actually stopping the breakdown of foods. Now what happens if those foods aren't getting broken down in the stomach? They're actually in there for a long time, they're in the stomach for a long period of time, which leads to fermentation of the foods, which starts to get the gases being produced again. So you need to look at making sure your stomach acid levels are adequate. So what you can do is you can do a shot of this stuff, apple cider vinegar, about 15 minutes before your meal, and make sure you're not having loads of water with your meal to make sure your acid in your stomach, the acid environment in your stomach, is potent enough to break the food down. Or you can go to health food stores and buy betaine HCl, which you can ask behind the counter about the dosages as well, which is a supplement you can take to boost your stomach acid. The main reason though I think most people don't produce enough stomach acid, it's not because they don't have these supplements or they're not doing the apple cider vinegar. It's because they're eating in a stressed out environment. Either they're eating by the clock, they're eating while they're at the desk at work, or they're like running everywhere and they're trying to eat while they're driving, for example. Now when you're in this stressed environment, your body isn't in an optimal environment to break those foods down. So you need to be in a calm and relaxed state to produce sufficient stomach acid for your digestive system to work effectively. So you need to be sitting down at a table, looking at the food with no distractions, feeling calm, not stressed out, not anxious. And when you're in this sort of state of calm and relaxation, your body will produce stomach acid effectively, and it will break the food down and it will get transited through the small intestine, through the large intestine effectively. However, if you're stressed out, the stomach acid production is lower. Not as much blood goes to your digestive system because the blood's going to all the other fight or flight areas of your body. It's as if something just happened that scared you, for example, either you got close to getting knocked over or someone drove in front of you in the car and you know that adrenaline rush where you get that fight or flight mode. When that happens, it's a survival instinct. The body actually pulls blood away from your digestive system into the muscles to be equipped to, deal with the danger or to run away or to, cope with a stressful situation. And you might not be experiencing these serious, near-death experiences, but, just being slightly stressed at work or running around or, being in a traffic jam, these are all things that can trigger your body to lead to that fight or flight mode, which means you won't be producing as much stomach acid and there won't be as much blood around the digestive system. So really consider if you're actually eating in a calm state and you're chewing your food properly and you're feeling relaxed, and that way you will start to break the food down a lot better and you'll absorb it better, and the food won't be left in the gut fermenting and creating all those gases that leads to bloating. So think of those two things. Look at the food you're eating first. Are you eating any gluten or dairy containing foods? And another one, pulses as well. That's often causes gases to be produced when digested. And then secondly, look at stomach, look at what your eating environment's like. Are you eating in a calm, relaxed state, or you're eating while under stress? And then what you can do on top of that is you can supplement with betaine HCl, which is a capsule which will boost your stomach acid levels up, or use an apple cider vinegar shot 15 minutes before the meal. That will naturally increase your body's production of stomach acid, which will help you break down the foods and reduce the likelihood of bloating. So I hope that helped. I will speak to you very soon. Have a great day.